Good morning, people. What's going on? And literally a minute before the stream began, tweaked the hell out of my back. Oh my god. So pain. And I'm sit here for a minute and say hello. Good morning, Vienna Bigfoot. What's up, dude? Bruiser CB. What's up, man? Good morning. Tap that like on the way in. Yes, definitely do that. Uncle Smiley's Aquariums. Good morning, good morning. Window liquor number 5. Good morning, Mr. Manifesto. Showtime. What up, peeps? What up, man? Good morning, good morning. Brandon89. That's God, I forget what your channel name is. Good morning, dude. What's up? How you been? Dennis Christensen. Hello, hello. Good Sunday morning. Dennis. Bot says hello. Right at the bottom of B Wizzle. That's it. Thanks, man. I couldn't remember the name of it. What's up? Morning. Need to change it back. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I really wish they wouldn't have gone to this at thing where they would just had your like at whatever your channel was. But yeah, who knows what minds at YouTube come up with. Anyway, what's new in the fish room? Not a whole lot. I was, I guess, last week on the stream where I was talking with Measuring Habitats about getting the Cyanodorsalis. However, by the time the stream had ended, somebody had bought them. So, out of stock. Said she'll let me know when she gets more. Should have bought them on the stream, I guess. It would have been mine. But yeah, lose you lose, I guess. Somebody in Massachusetts, she said. I don't know. Either way. But she said she'll keep an eye out, and next time they're available, she'll let me know. God, I don't know what I did. Anyway, I was mixing up the water for water change. All I did was bend over to put the pump away, and it was like, wing. Actually, it was yesterday. I tweaked it a little. Side. It's my side. It's not my lower back. Anyway, don't get old people. It sucks. Anyway, I'm guessing.
Depths Unknown said, "Don't get old, people."
There you go. All right. Damn Link, what's up? All right, let's have to change my hand for the stream today because I'm gonna try and break things up. Cats. I'm gonna kill cats. At it. Oh, they keep pulling things out. All right. It's somewhere else. Ow. That ain't open. Blame money. A little bastard like that. All right. Moving on. Too late for me not to get old yet. All right. So yeah, that's nothing new really in the fish room here. Just trying to maintain. Maybe. Oh, try.
SWFL Treasure Detecting said, "Hit that like button. It's free."
Hit it. All right. So we may be taking a little today on the fish room activities. I will try and get this water change done. Oh god. Bear with me, folks. I gotta this. There we go. We were talking about plants. That actually might. Well, let's do the water testing. I will attempt. I don't even know. Oh my god. All right, let me get the water, the vials for testing. Wait, wait. Bending over. My bones can't handle it.
Window Licker 532 said, "Have you tried electric therapy for your bad?
Did
With those pads? It helped me once.
it?
And knock on wood, I haven't thrown it out since. That
That's
was
good.
10 years ago, but
Damn.
everyone's back is different."
Very true. What I did. Definitely tweaked it yesterday, and I was like, my side. It was like my side sore like all night, and kept tossing it to that over. A lot of times it's not like this feels like a pulled muscle. A lot of times my back is like it's my spine, like I have a spine thing, bones, like that little like jelly-looking hockey puck thing that's between your vertebrae, and mine is like dissolving. So that jelly thing is supposed to keep the bones from rubbing on each other, but sometimes it doesn't, or it's degraded. That's where that's like the lower back. That's actually kind of like makes my like hard to stand up, hard to walk because a lot of times the legs like all those nerves that go to your legs go right through your spine, lower spine. So you lose the nerves, you lose your legs.
Bruiser CB said it helps Jason. "I've used mine for years."
It's an electric shock thing. You put it on your back. Does you know what it's called? Besides electric shock thing for your back. Andrew at that. All right. Water.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said, "Jason, good morning."
Good morning, Pep. What's up, man? Calibrate. Uh-oh. Got another box of. In.
Alishanis 9380
Yay.
said the alternative of not getting old is worse.
Yeah, I guess.
Window
Not
Licker
much of an option.
532 said, "Definitely don't let the wife use the control pad. It will make you dance if you crank it up. Sap the SOB again. LOL."
Yeah. Enjoy it. Yeah. One of those things that like makes your muscles contract and then relax, contract, relax. I've seen them. I heard of them anyway. Mixing up. No, I forgot to test. Let's press and hold. Minutes. Okay. Some more phosphates. If that works. Kind of bummed about the cyanodorsal stuff. Oh well. Still around. They're not extinct. Big. Oh, good enough. Hold. 3 minutes.
Bruiser CB said, Jason, that wood is looking good.
Yeah, it is, man. It's really is. I think for the most part, I think we've gotten over the Blackbeard. This tank. PSs are 297. Yeah, I think getting some more crypts in here would probably be a good plan because they seem to do well. We did adjust the lighting a little bit, so hopefully that brown stuff that's forming on previous get better. Diatom algae, right? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let me write this down. 297. Oh, yeah. I should have put together that. I knew Liquor was talking about that. To just do after we get what is today? 16. Yes, is 297. Just down a bit. Fertilizing this week too. All right, let's get. All right. Whoops. Oops. Turn the water on. Wait. Check. I gotta keep. Every time I mute my mic, I get paranoid now that it's not working. Actually, let's do that. Cut in front of you guys. Unplug the filter. Which is always fun, because, you know, take me an hour to get it started again. Over in this corner is where all the mulm seems to gather. Mulm. Oh! Check the stuff. 0.25. We working? Yeah, we're working. All right, those phosphates are down. It's because we put that pad in there last week. Fresh phosphate removing pad. We got 2 minutes. Write that down, 0.25? Yeah, I did. Good, that's good news. Down significantly. Got 2 minutes left. The other timer. Oh,
Greg Guppy Guy said, bet that
yo.
wood puts off plenty o' tannins.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. Like, I bought this off of somebody that at the Clash, whatever, a couple of years ago. He's a pretty famous Pleco guy. The weights, I can't remember. Anyway, I guess he had this in a tank forever, and he was kind of like downsizing. An older guy trying to make life easier for himself, which I totally get. Excuse me. And yeah, so he had it in the tank forever. So I'm guessing all the tannins probably leached out because I really haven't had much of a problem with it. The only problem I had is when I stuck it in this tank, it went, had to weigh it down for a little. But yeah, the blackbird just formed all over it. That was the problem. Other than that, it was no big deal. Um, do this water change. That might be our. And it's all right. Alexa, stop. 4.0 on the nitrates. That's pretty low. Well, that was exactly what it was last week. So that's kind of cool. Guess we are point with that here. Phosphate spiked like real high. That was the week I found that my fire mouth dead. Here. Nitrates. Yeah. Thinking that dead fish did it. Since. Under. I think it's pretty. PS's. Been around. Alright. Dead. So yeah. Guess we're looking good. Distant. This tank has been over a year now since I started remineralizing. July 20th that we began the remineralization process. That's interesting. So, it appears to have worked for the most part. Oh, God. Yeah. We need. One thing I do want to do. Oh, yeah, good look.
Window Licker 532 said, when did you start the phosphate pad?
Good question. I think. Remember, I probably should have marked that. If I had to guess, here, then we can look back at the. Boom. If I had to guess, I would say right here, October. Because if you look at everything phosphates above this, steadily around here, this is where it's dropping drastically. You can kind of see when the pad wears out. Starts to climb. Dead fish. Pad wore out. Because we were at like 0.46, 0.5, 0.46, 0.47, 0.54, 0.53, whatever. And then here it drops from 0.59 to 0.23. I'm going to say both. So not quite a year. That might add a big factor on it. But here also is where the nitrates. I'm pretty sure that's from the. Yeah, interesting. Should mark that. Ooh. Mind me. I'm just gonna moan and cry. Hopefully not kill myself. Maybe what we can do is this fat.
Bionic Bigfoot FOTY said, this. Why I use a pump to drain my tanks? It is faster.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh shoot. Put down the sink. Yeah. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Probably save on water too. Right, I'm gonna clean up these test tubes. Next time. I see you, little Lily. Skulking. Skulker. I think this tank needs more crypts. I think the other 75 more crypts. Black ghost knife and Fleckos. Fleckos. 3 Plecos and I see Mr. G laying on the ground. Tail wagging. Bet you we could get him to have to like try that. Focus on this water change.
Window Licker 532 said, does the pump clog up if you suck a bunch of crud up or algae up? I've always wondered that.
Yeah, I would imagine it would. Yeah, you're probably not getting a whole lot of mold. Well, I think that the pump you got to put in the water, obviously. Tank. Shoot it out. Good. You know, I could probably modify because I have this this quick disconnect right here. I could probably modify that to pop this end off and pop in an end that has a pump on it. Same hose. Not a bad idea. An idea. My good book of ideas. Here it is. From the late great Patty. So, pump. Quick. Yeah. Might be able to modify the pump I already have. I'll have a quick disconnect on it if I don't need to connect it. I don't remember if I have any quick disconnects left.
Greg Guppy Guy said, I have a battery-powered wand pump works great.
Oh yeah? Wand pump. Wand pump. They're like one of those, like meant for fish tanks. Like it's a big looking stick. Pump on it. Battery powered. Alright. That is that. Maybe. I don't feel like lifting this water up, so we're gonna go underneath. Gotta move. Oh god. Just mixed this up this morning. I threw my back out. Oi! The hose diameter on the python is an inch. I think that's right.
Bionic Bigfoot-FOTY said, I have a guard mesh on the pump.
Yeah, but then you're still not sucking out the mold and stuff. Filtering it. Right? Plug it in. Oi! Over is not. Okay. Got that going.
Whip's World said, Hiya,
Yo.
beautiful people. Let's get tanked.
What's up, Whip? Oh, you almost let me forget. I gotta fertilize. Oh! Drone. Drone. I go with 3 scoops. And we're gonna add iron. Oh, and the iron.
Bionic Bigfoot-FOTY said, I have no mum in my tanks.
No mum? Oh. Yeah. Well. Probably because you do more water changes. Guess if you did water changes all the time, it would help. Change all the time. Yeah, that's probably a good thing. All right, so potassium's been added, iron's been added. Equilibrium should have all the other macros. We have plenty of phosphorus and we have plenty of nitrogen. Well, nitrogen is actually kind of low, but we consistently have nitrogen, so I think we got enough. Oh yeah, that's what I want. And good morning, Whip. What's up, man?
Bionic
Victor Coco.
Bigfoot-FOTY said
Good
hello,
morning.
Whip.
Morning, Victor Coco. What's up, man? New local Austin's here too. Oh, what up, dude? On pump and frozen food. Air ice. Question. Let that roll. All smart light. For timer. That's my
Whip's
original.
World said, lurkin' and workin' make the monies double time.
Yeah,
I'll be
there you
listening when I can, while the dispatcher lays this bag of snakes out straight. And hi, Squatchy!
go. Right on. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I have this one Blue Ball Planet tank light, but it's one of the older ones that didn't have the. Can adjust the lights.
Greg Guppy Guy said the wand pump gets mulm and detritus, but it doesn't care for long, stringy roots. It really shines on small tank water changes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Victor Coco Kuro said, did you see the Hawaiian rain?
A Hawaiian rain. I saw the rains down in Africa. Down in Africa. No, I have no idea what Hawaiian rain is. I mean, maybe I saw it. Know it. Zoe, what you doing? Doing, little pupper? Get around you. I'm stuck on. Turn this on. Awesome if it just started.
Victor Coco Crow said 21 inches of rain in Hawaii.
Holy cow.
Bruiser
Holy cow.
CB said, they're getting hammered by a storm.
That's insane. Guessing what do they call that? They don't call them hurricanes, or they call them typhoons. Yep. Of course, the pump didn't turn right on, so I'm gonna have to monkey with that in a second here. Let me finish this water pouring out. Bing bada boom. Hopers, those are here. Helping me. Oh. Shit.
Whip's World said 80 E-ported tornadoes in the Chicagoland area,
Wow.
3 times the norm.
Yeah. Only there's something we could do.
Fishcapades Productions said,
Yay.
hello there, my favorite peoples.
What's up? What up, fish cabates? All right, let's see if we can start this. Always a process. And what it is with this. Gotta do every time is we gotta take the filter out and then drain all the water. Becoming a pain in the ass. I used to like this filter. Started all the time. Now, every time I turn it off, it never starts. I gotta. Color's always stuck on something.
Victor Coco Crow said, Viked, depths.
Thanks, man.
Bionic Bigfoot. FOTY said, Did you hurt your back at work?
No, I did it like 5 minutes before the stream started. I was mixing water for this water change. And I bent over to put the pump away. Just tweaked it. Pain shot everywhere. And now I've been limping around. We might as well clean this while we're there. Clean the phosphate removing pad that we just stuck in there last week. Give it a good rinse out of the media. One thing's good is that there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of Blackbeard in here anymore. So I'm guessing we're kind of over that. Used to be like a ton of like dying Blackbeard in this thing every time I cleaned it. Now it just seems to be like
Bionic Bigfoot. FOTY said you are getting old, that why.
Yeah, you ain't wrong, man.
Window Licker 532 said, Tell the real story. Lisa rocked your world last night. LOL.
If only.
Whips World said, Maybe stop doing that, Jason. Ha ha.
I think sounds like a good idea on paper. I guarantee at least is up there.
Greg Guppy
rolling her eyes
Guy
going,
said, Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, I am. Ooh. Yeah. You know what? Dump this a mess. Junk. Trust the old hammer. Are we plugged in? I better be plugged in or I'm gonna be mad. Are plugged in. Alright. Maybe we gotta deep clean this and that's why the color's just not working. Let me unplug this. Jesus, man. Spilling water everywhere. Unplug.
Bionic Bigfoot FOTY said mine does that to just clean it out. It works.
Ow. Yeah, but I'm not entirely sure how to clean it out here. Over here. Somehow this went into low power mode. Close my toe. Got a button. Now we're like this dim power mode. Why?
Whip's World said, "It's so dark. I'm scared."
Thing here, does this pop off? Remember this bottom part came off. Can't. Oh, wet.
Window Licker 532 said, "Does the propeller got any algae on it?"
Probably. Alge. Oh. Oh, there's right there.
Bionic Bigfoot-FOTY said,
Going to.
"Don't break the tank with the hammer." Greg Guppy Guy said, "Can you say crusty?"
There you go. Pushes that way. Hmm? There we go. That's how it gets out of there. Okay. Okay. Now we can see in there better. Let me get this cord out of there. I'm going to take this to the sink. Need a little tweezer. Spin this. I think cleaning it might help. So you guys hang tight over there for a sec. Get over here. Man, I can't see anything. It's too dark. Flashlight. Trusty flashlight, actually. Flashlight's already in my pocket. Alright. See what we got here. Wonder. Oh yeah, I can. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of gunky.
Bionic Bigfoot-FOTY said, "That is hard, water spots all." Greg Guppy Guy said, "5 years later, never been serviced, lol."
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. Oh, not good. Alright. Let me get back over there. Are you looking at hard water spots? Where? Yeah, there's a couple. Anyway. This was just caked up, so I cleaned it. Part popped off. Pop it back on. Snap the top in there. Put it in there. How did that go so easy? And like it took me some. All right. Next. Thing. Just slid on like a so.
Whip's World said, "So, it's just me with a black screen then? Interesting."
Wait a minute. You guys are looking at a black screen? No, yeah. It must be just you.
Window Licker 532 said it's good here.
Good. Good here too. And I see it on my. All right, next. This fits over that. Why doesn't that seem right? All right, that's good. On here.
Bionic Bigfoot FOTY said, "Whip open your eyes."
Yo. All right, so hopefully that solves the problem of this thing not starting all the time. So let's hope. In. Down. Go around the corner. Where is my phone? Let me. All smart light. I think that's the problem right now. Is like for some reason it goes in like this low mode. Is that it? Turn it to manual. Yeah, the manual for some reason went to like all low. There's different manual mode. There's four different presets. For some reason when it gets water on it, it always goes to like the lowest one. Maybe it's like a safe.
Greg Guppy Guy said, "So it gets stuffed with polyfill now."
What, yours? I like sponge more than I like polyfill, but just because polyfill is like an expense, keep replacing it. Other than that, that's my only real beef with it. Is that working? I'm not hearing it, man. Good. All right, first things first. This floor is soaking. And I keep sliding all over. Next. Back out.
Greg Guppy Guy said, "Rookie."
Rookie. Where are you working, dude?
Whip's World said, "Ah,
There's
that's
more water.
better. Nothing a little reboot couldn't handle."
Oh, working. All right. Forget it. Now it's really chooching. Always a good time.
Bionic Bigfoot-FOTY said that is why use test it first.
Yeah. probably would have been smart. Clean up the water. I don't need to spill more. Oh, oh. Can get washed. Water out. All right, it's working. Not questioning these.
Bruiser CB said polyfill is great for removing fine particulates.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is. I've used polyfill in the past. Seems very wasteful to me. I'd rather use something I can reuse, you know, like sponge. But yeah, I mean, to each his own, right? Whatever works. Working for you, then keep doing it. Yeah, I gotta say. Back on auto. Respond. Okay. Well, that low power mode. Oh, there we go. Hold it. That makes sense. Go. Throw off half this crap. Oh, this towel's wet too. That ain't gonna work. You need a dry towel.
Bruiser CB said, I like the coop sponge.
Yeah, the Coop sponge is alright. I've got it's since what is it? I think it was Peplin gave me the idea of running the airline through the thing and not.
Window Licker 532
Ever
said,
since I got the thing
what
from
kind
Stop
is
Falling
that,
Off.
HOB? The ones I have, you can just turn it upside down and get the propeller out.
Now this is a Seachem title, I think is what it is. It's got the motor. The motor's on the inside of the tank, so that you don't ever have to worry about the siphon breaking or whatever. A lot of the traditional filters, like if the power goes out and that fill tube loses water, sometimes it doesn't want to restart and just sits there and chugging, which I guess is no different than if the power goes out and it doesn't even just pump doesn't work. But yeah, I have traditional like ones that you're talking about too. Tank over there. Oh. All right. That was a lot. On that, oh my god. Get over here. Get rid of. Let's see if I can lure Mr. G out. However, set that up. So let me get this power cord out of the way. Probably siphon everything. Now though, it's like actually that's not even the camera I'm going to use. Now, let me. Here's the camera.
Whips World said,
Been using.
off topic. How are the Petricola doing? On topic. I use sponge for general day-to-day filtration, but I have poly for when the particulates get heavy. Tidal impeller are a PITA to maintenance.
Yeah. Honestly, Whip, I don't know about the petricolas. I never see them.
Vinoxky.fishkoto said, good
In
morning,
this
guys.
tank. I only ever see them like when I feed.
Pum, pum,
Oh, I
pum.
saw one back
Pum,
there.
pum, pum.
They hide behind those rocks in the back. I see another one over there.
Pum, pum, pum.
There's another one. There's a handful. I don't know. They all hide, man, all the time. But like in the back wall, there's like a rock cave, kind of where they live. And good morning, Fishymon. You made it. All right, what do I need? I need set this on something. I have my janky security camera, right? This is broken out, so. And I put a bunch of black tape around this because it is an infrared camera.
Fishymon64 said, "Good morning,
Night
everyone,"
vision.
and you to Jazrin.
Good morning. It'll do night vision. And the thing is, it's got its built-in IR lights, so that when it senses it dark, it turns those on, which is not great against glass because it just creates a big glare. However, I do have this big old infrared light that I put on top, so that it actually illuminates the tank. So let's see, put this here. I can see you right there. Tail. Pleco there, Pleco there, and a Pleco in one of these caves I saw earlier. Maybe not anymore. Anyway, so I gotta put this on something. Set this
Peplin Creek Aquatics said, "You stealing flock cameras again, Jason?"
I plead the fifth.
Congratulations, Fishymon64, on the membership milestone.
Uh-oh.
Fishymon64 has been an extraordinary aquarist for 35 months.
Jeez, dude. Right on. This might work. Good. Congrats. Fishy mom. All right, let me see. That. Over here. Oh my god. Security system. Because we gotta look at this camera through the security.
Whips World said,
Front door.
"Since I broke up that group of 300 and now only have 20 or so, I don't see them anymore either.
Yeah, they
They
like
just
to
stay in
hide.
their caves until I feed.
That's
It
pretty
was
much the way it
cooler
is
when
for
they were
me.
younger in a big group."
Camera a little bit, but that camera is seeing. Now, look at all the scratches on that glass. Holy cow. Oh, the camera's picking that up. Pull a little bit. That's at an angle now. Point it up a little. It probably as good as now. Let me take this red camera and turn it on. That changes anything at the moment because I think. Okay. Now, I am going to. As many lights as I can. Some food in here. Ebo. Speaking of which, this is the last. I broke up. I bought these big things of Ebo at the Clash last year. Huge bags. Broke them up into smaller bags and froze them. Last of the smaller bags. So, gotta get some more. It stinks. I was kind of hoping to make it to where the Clash isn't happening this year. I probably would have been just fine. Alright, that's that. Got it fed. Now, That's me over here. This light off. Get over here. Tell Alexa to do things right now. Alexa, turn off the basement. Alexa, turn off rack 1. Alexa, turn off the center rack. Off. Did we get the infrared on? By the way. Yeah. I think we're in the dark. So weird, those bubbles look like they're in slow-mo. Maybe. Apparently. Oh, and I can't really mess. No. Yeah, that's cool.
Bruiser CB said, Alexa party lights.
All right. About as dark as it's going to get for now. To be honest, tank this night on.
Window Licker 532 said, why isn't the clash happening? It seems like lots of people were going to them.
I know. I think there was a conflict with another event that was happening the same weekend. And then, what is it? Ship had changed on who's running the clash. I don't know, man. I was bummed about it. Camera's looking up. Falling. Oh. Where is my phone? Oh, yeah, that's not good. That's not a good angle. At all. Better off where we were. Yeah, we rolled.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said new people running it didn't want to do the work it takes to put on a show like that.
Yeah, there was. I know there was also a conflict with the hotel, rented out like space for a big thing that was
Whips
happening the
World
same
said,
weekend.
now it's black and white. Me again. Or is everyone seeing that?
No, it's supposed to be black and white. It's actually night vision. This tank is, the whole room is pretty dark right now. Trying to lure out Mr. G. All right, now let me get the hell out of the way. I think that's as good as I'm going to get it for now. You can see some plecos. Look at that. Plecos. Fishimon plecos. Out to play. Mr. G, you know, he needs to feel safe. Sure. Worst comes to worst, we look at plecos. The other thing I wanted to do, check out plants. All right, you guys let me know if you see anything. I'm gonna check out. Let's see, who should we go to plant? Oh, it's Dustin's. Could do.
Whip's World said, the main reason the Clash folded is because one of the main clubs folded.
Oh, what? Which one? The Aquarium Club of Lancaster County or CCY? I did not know that. Like folded, like no longer doing anything? That's interesting.
Bruiser CB said, Jason, you need to set that up on Discord overnight again.
Yeah, you're right. But you see all this stuff that got stirred up right here? Pretty sure that was Mr. I am Kareen. I was like, is that him? That might have been a Pleco stirring it. Stays dark long enough, he will come out. I gotta set this. I was on a backstage a couple. No, there was Full Aquatics, Paper Show, Big Steve, Aquarium Domain. Anyway, and I set this up, starting around the tank. Love how they swim. They swim like backwards. Start back and then.
Whip's World said, I'm not sure which one. The P's have said, but my brain is broken, and remembering those details isn't possible anymore.
I understand, man. The same way. Goes one ear and out comes right
Window
out the
Liquor
other.
532 said it would be cool if Toronto had a Clash event and all the peeps come to Canada. That would be
kinda cool.
cool, and it would be cheaper for you, US peeps. Go for a dip in the lake, summer or winter.
Yeah, the only thing that would slow people down is you need a passport. Actually, I gotta renew. Way to. The ones I have like. Cool seeing the Plecos. Try and get a count on them. I don't remember how many Fisherman gave me. He gave me like a handful. And I remember putting some others in here too, so I thought there was like 5. There's one dead eye. That's it. Balls in A never really did good for me. It was a Alishon gave me that. I had it in the tank for a long time, but it just kind of. Actually, I might still be in that tank, but really don't want to buy tissue. Oh, Mr. G. All right, let's see what the aquarium comes up. Gonna be shopping here while we're waiting for anything to happen. Hell, it was like out here. You can see the camera glowing, even through the tape. The lights in the camera are trying to burn it through. Because it thinks it's a night vision now, because it whatever. Shop. One. Add some of them. Add some of them.
Windowlicker532 said,
Add some
I
of
grew
them.
up on the lake in Port Dover. The polar dips on New Year's are a riot. I did them in my
Yeah.
20s, and that definitely wakes you up after a long night of drinking on New Year's.
Oh, I can imagine, man. Dude, I am so over these stupid passcodes all the time. Everything needs like factor authentication. For some reason, my work email, like every day, keeps signing me out, and I gotta sign in and do this. Join this channel to get out. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Higher amount to shipping. Not the end of the world. Getting 3 different kinds of groups. Show you guys. Oh, here, how about we do that? First up. Second up. Last. Coming from the coop. Cool. Oh, there he is. He's out. Mr. G. Cool. Knew he'd come out. Only comes out at night. How cool is that, man? Had him for a while, man. Decent while. He's getting pretty big.
Window Licker 532 said, "Holy snakies, there he is. He alive. He's alive."
Alive! He's alive! Work.
Whips World said, "What is me G? A knife fish?"
Mr. G is
Also,
a
it was
black ghost
Cichlid
knife.
Club of York that folded.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. That's a shame. That's a shame. Mr. G is a black ghost knife.
Benjamin Peters 3885 said, "Good morning, Jason."
Good morning, man. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. I'm trying to do something. There. Just trying to get this set up on this screen here. So I was just setting up the chat super. Hmm. All right, so this should work. Yeah, I don't know. You might have did it a little too early. It wasn't totally there yet. Yep, there. That works. The super sticker thing works. The super chat thing works. I should work anyway. I'm in the dreaded Blackbeard. All right, that's the one we're missing.
Fishymon64 said, "What pleco is that in the cave?"
Those are your plecos, Fishymon. They look a little different under the night vision, but they are your 333s. Like 4 or 5 of them in here. I don't remember exactly how many.
Whips World said I had a black ghost knife that was right at 12 inches, but it
Nice.
died, so I spent $100 and got another that is even bigger at 23 or 14
Wow.
inches. Same issue, never comes out.
Yeah.
The blacklight is a great idea.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah, night vision, not blacklight, but same idea. All right. So I think. Yeah, it did. Okay.
That's lovely, that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Way back in the beginning, when I started streaming, I I killed like 6, 7 black ghost knives. There was a shop I was going to that had them in there, and it took me a while to figure out what was going on. Um, they were keeping them with like a whole lot of salt in the water. Like the TDSs were like over 1,000. Ridiculous. But I didn't know that at first, so I just and they were little too. They were like
Whips World said
4-inch
13 or
fish.
14, not 23 or 14.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, he's big. I don't even know how to describe it. Probably a good 12. Yeah, so I bought one, put it in quarantine, died. Bought another one, put it in quarantine, it died. I did this like 4 times. I went to like liveaquaria.com, bought like 3 of them, 4 of them. They all died. Uh, this one, I finally did like decided, all right, I gotta figure this out. So I tested the water that he was in and figured it was really high. So I drip acclimated him, and one of the previous ones I actually put medicine in the tank because he looked like he had ick, and that killed him too because they're scaleless fish and idiot. This guy finally got him, drip acclimated him. He was in the quarantine tank. He got ick. Oh my god, he's didn't use meds. I used the heat method, and I got one of those sterilizers. Now don't worry, Web, you're good. And UV sterilizers. I had that going in the tank. I cranked the heat up to like 88 degrees or something like that until it got better. Had him ever since. A while ago. A while ago. I start streaming. It's been 4 years, 5 years now. First stream time. Studio. stream number 221.
Fishymon64 said, Jazrin, the infamous black ghost knife killer.
Fishymon remembers. Alright, my first stream, September 5th, 2021. From almost 5 years.
Whipsworld said, I think mine starved. It ate well as a little one, but maybe it wasn't getting enough to keep it alive. Had he ever come out, I might have seen he was getting skinny.
Yeah, that's
What do
kind
you
of like...
feed yours?
This is the Ebo Aquarist. I think it's the insect blend. Can't tell you. I don't remember. Either insect. I don't remember what kind of Ebo Aquarist.
Windowlicker 532 says, Isn't there a special row in your garden of ghost knives?
Yeah, probably was. Fish food. Ooh, fish food. Ebo food samurai. Yeah, there we go. That's it. It's yeah, probably the insect. Yeah, the soft ground. Either insect or the mussels. Pretty sure it's insect though. Gonna need to buy 'em. Kilogram. Damn it. Fishy man, you talk to him every once in a while, don't you? When he's getting more in. Mr. G. That's usually what I feed him. Not cheap. Not cheap. That stuff did last me like almost a year. I bought like bags. That's the bag I bought, the big one. I broke it down in a bunch of smaller bags and froze it. I believe I bought one of each, the mussels and the soft. Not sure which. Or mussels. Soft gran just means it's like a granule, but it's not like a hard granule. You can kind of smush it.
Fishymon64 said, Talk to who?
Saburai. I also have the spirulina tabs paste. I feed this to my 3.7s, which is on the like Play-Doh. Roll it up in a little ball and drop it in there. It's great for bottom feeders. I could probably do that with the
Fishymon64 said he has on his website.
Yeah, I know, but he's out of the big bags. Kind of hoping he would. Gotta be a. It's gotta be a. Actually, isn't it Menagerie that was talking about? I don't know. Oh wait, I saw the band app. Yeah, I just.
Windowlicker 532 said, I'm still wondering if Mr. G would come out on the blue light setting on the light. Does that light have it, or have you tried it?
I have not tried it.
Fishymon64 said, "Oh, I don't buy the big bags."
Yeah, I know. I just figured it was easier to buy the big bags and have to keep buying small ones. I have not tried the blue light thing. It probably would work, but the big thing is I think it's the room that needs to be dark for him to come out. Well, and the tank. So the blue light might work, but I'd have to make sure the room is dark as well. I don't know if this light has a blue light. I swear there was a swap coming up.
Whip's World said, "Thanks, buddy. I'll pick that up and see if he goes after those. I don't want to rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
I'm throwing Hikari sinking carnivore. Not great food, but most fish love it."
it's say it's not great food. I would disagree with that, man. I think Hikari back in the day was one of the best foods you could get. It's just nowadays we have such a variety of premium foods, I guess. Same idea. I always thought Hikari was good. Might not be the latest greatest, but it's certainly not bad. I don't see anything. Happened already.
Fishymon64 said, "Mr. G should be called Lucky."
Lucky he survived. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's only probably gonna be. No. I got somewhere I gotta be this afternoon. It's supposed to rain, which is not gonna be. But here's proof Mr. G is alive for all those
Peplin
who
Creek
asked.
Aquatics said, "I like Hikari for some things, algae wafers and carnivore pellets."
Yeah, I do use the. Actually, I think I have both of those. I usually feed my worms. My black worms I feed just the spirulina, the algae wafer. Um, White worms I feed carnivore and the algae wafer. Kind of try to gut load them. The black worms don't seem to eat
Barb Jackson Ship
much of
Tank said,
the
"Good
carnivore
morning,
stuff.
everyone."
Barb Jackson,
And
what's up?
Jason, "Finally got up early enough to say hi."
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for making it. Might catch a glimpse of Mr. G here we're looking at under the night vision.
Whip's World said, "If you compare the ingredients of Hikari to Northfin or Sarah or even Extreme, it doesn't hold up. But
Oh yeah.
I'm with you. It has been very good for a long time."
Yeah, I wouldn't stress it too much. I mean, if he's eating it, it's fine. I just think that's a little big of a pellet for, I don't know, maybe they got the small pellets. I don't know how much he's eating. But this is like, it's kind of like consistency of like bug bites, like that, except they're soft, not incredibly hard. And he seems to love it, so do the plecos.
Fishymon64 said, "Dose Mr. G eat black worms?"
I have not really fed, I probably would.
Windowlicker532 said, "Who out there has used the new Coop Food products? Do they live up to the hype?"
We got samples of it at the Clash. And when I ran out of the stuff I was using, I was feeding most of my small fish. I feed the golden pearls, small
Peplin Creek
size.
Aquatics said ingredients are cool, but more important is if the fish eat them.
Yeah, but yeah, I was feeding the golden pearls, and then I ran out and was waiting for the shipment to come in, and I had all that coop food, so I put it in my little pepper grinder. It's small enough they probably could have ate it without that. I just like, that way I know it's small enough. And yeah, so it's kind of like a backup food. I didn't have any problem with it. Oh, Bills from my back. Yeah, ingredients are cool, but they're all important with the right. I have not tried the black worms in here, just cause. I mean, problem. They probably would have.
Fishymon64 said, I like the coop baby food in the plastic bottle.
Yeah, did have that for a while too. That actually worked out pretty well. Fry food. I'm gonna put some plants in here, I think.
Windowlicker532 said I'm using Xtreme. The fish seem to like it flakes and pellets.
Stream is good food. Decent. That's the Fluval stuff, right? Wait, I'm drawing a blank on the name of it. They're the
Whipsworld
ones that
said,
have the meds
This
too.
is probably the wrong crowd, but the fire eel gets enormous. What's the second or third largest spiny eel? Anyone know? Pep. Truth. My big boys do not eat the North Fin foods. It's disappointing. Barb Jackson Tank said, I'll use them all. The fish love the magic small fish food and the nuggets. The rest they eat, but not as enthusiastically.
Yeah. Fish are hungry enough to eat anything. But yeah. Ebo Aquarius, just decent stuff. I've been using that for a little. Fishy Mounds on the turn. I used the soft grand, the insect, or the mussels.
Fishymon64 said my plecos love that coop baby food.
Nice. Extreme. Who makes Extreme? I can't think of the name of the company. Extreme. I had a bunch of their algae wafers for the.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said, Where do you buy your EBO, Jason?
I was buying it from Saburai Aquatics. I got mine the last time at the Clash. I also got pygmy cories from him. But anyway, we're talking about food. I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, here's the food, Ebo. Ebo Foods. Like I said, I usually do the mussels and the soft grain or the insect. Did have the spirulina in the soft grand, but I switched to spirulina in the paste. Sevens. Like a Play-Doh kind of looking stuff. You basically plot as much as you want. Tank and spots so that
Whips World
black
said,
ice.
I have only used the Co-op Magic Nano Food, or whatever it's called now. The fish like it fine, but I mix it with Northfin Nano and Extreme Nano, so...
That's cool. Excuse me.
FishyMon64 said Sabu gave me a discount code for his website. Everyone can use Fishy15.
Sweet. And- Cool. Yeah, that's cool. Good to know, man. I gotta maybe contact him and see if he's gonna get more of the big bags in. I'd prefer, because I have a lot of fish tanks, dude. I feed that every day. Try to. I only feed it in the tanks that have big fish or bigger fish, or the plecos. Put it in the tank that I have the black, whatever they got from Gold Size. A handful of those. I put them in the tank with the Adolfois and the, oh my god, I think the Habrosis core in there? Pygmies, it might be pygmies in there. And then there's the tank, any tank that has plecos in it, I put it in. And fish sheet, blind cave, petricolas, obviously Mr. G, cichlids, sharks. I feed the golden pearls, all the other tanks. Oh, I also feed the saltwater tank with the flounders. They get worms, black worms or white worms. I've not seen them. I think they might eat the frozen stuff, like the bloodworms. I have fed that a bunch of times, and I think they might eat the freeze dried tubifex worms. But I don't feed those. That's kind of like I should see. But for the most time, the flounders they're eating live food. I have not been able to get them to eat anything that's pellet or I've never seen. Other than that, that's pretty much all I feed. And if I did put worms in here, they would he'd probably be hunting for them.
FishyMon64 said, I like Ebo because it's soft granules and it sinks.
Yeah, great for bottom feeders. All the nooks and. I mean, he's a fat-looking boy there. Belly. Anyway, back to that fire eel, and it's fine. I don't know what the bigger is, but a fire eel is really cool. Honestly, I've seen them a bunch of times. Those fire track eels, and they look really. They look very similar to a black ghost knife, honestly, but like longer. I often thought about getting one. Kind of cool, but I don't know what tank I put it in. And I'd be worried to get out, and that would freak me. Off grands are nice. Some of it floats for a minute, but not very long.
Victor Coco Crow said, thanks for live streaming. Depths.
Problem, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Speaking of that, it's probably time for me to get out of here. It's 2 hours. But yeah, I appreciate everybody hanging out. we got stuff done. Everybody got to see me. But yeah, we'll do it again next week. Same place, same time. Got any questions? Got any comments? Put it down below.
Whips
All that
World said,
stuff.
I feed a lot of free food I get from the events. It might be great food or total crap, but I feed it all.
Exactly. Why not?
Jason,
Free.
the fire eel gets 3 feet and as big
Yeah.
around as a Coke can.
Jeez, man. Yeah, maybe
Bruiser
I won't do
CB
that.
said they're cool to keep Jason. We had one.
Yeah, I saw a couple at some. Wow, I think there was one at the Clash last year. Oh. I definitely remember seeing it at.
Fishymon64 said, Bye, everyone.
Yeah, dude.
Barb Jackson Tank said, Have great day, everyone.
You too. But yeah, I saw one at the Triple Crown too. It was really cool looking. But yeah, I don't know. I have to think about that. I'd almost have to put that in like the 125 or
Peplin
something.
Creek Aquatics said, Thanks for the stream.
Thanks everybody for hanging out. Like I said, comment, questions down below. Got anything you want to show off? Tell me. I do that too. Otherwise, hit the like, subscribe if you're not, and we will do this again. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging. Bye.